Hey everyone, welcome back to Train Sim. So today we're gonna finish the second part of the scenario we started yesterday, where we're going to Miami with the new Amtrak Dash 8, and we're just leaving the station now. So I'll throw just a little power on. We'll head down. I think a little bit shorter of a run today. We did the majority of it yesterday. Throw the headlights on here. Medium. That's what we ended with last time. But yeah, it should be good. I received a warning right at the start of the scenario that there's some freight trains, so we might get some red signals, so that'll keep it interesting for sure. Pulling out here at a 60 mile per hour zone, and we'll take a look. Picking up passengers in Hollywood in 3 miles, not far, and then Opaluca, that's going via last station is Miami, so we're only going 17 miles total today. So it should be a pretty short run. Getting some speed now. Hope everyone's doing well. No whistle here at this crossing. Have to keep a lookout here for signals to stop at this time around. We'll be able to do that just fine. Coming past 40 miles an hour now. I'm going to throw it up one more notch of speed. Accelerate a bit quicker. See, we already got a yellow signal here. Neutral. Turn on the brakes. Don't want to do that just yet. Turn into neutral. Keep our eyes out for the next signal. So yellow just means warning. So the next signal could be yellow again, could be green, but you definitely don't want to go kind of full speed past the yellow signal. You want to be more cautious. I'm not sure if there's a rule of thumb, but we should be able to see the next signal in the horizon enough to stop, as long as we're not going too fast. So passing through Hollywood's 1.7 miles away. I see the station in front of me, so I was checking to make sure this isn't the one to stop at, but it's not. Blow my horn to make sure people know I'm coming through. Sign of any signals yet. No whistle again here. The ground is very, very flat right now because we're just coasting at 40 miles an hour, no problem. And I do see yeah, no signal for me, but I think we're coming up on the station, so that's interesting. Possibly there's a signal right past the station. We have a speed limit change, 45. We're going under that, but I'm going to back it down even a bit more since we're going through a yellow zone. And I believe the station's coming up anyway. And we got a Amtrak train on the left here we're going to meet. P-42's there. I didn't mention, just did a little digging yesterday after we did the first part of this, and this set came with a whole set of Amtrak passenger cars, which I think are the best looking ones they've made yet. They're definitely different than ones that I've seen in the past. Pretty good looking, and yeah, it's nice to get more than just the engine, you know. Sometimes with some of the freight sets you'll get the engine in like one car. So here we are pulling up into Hollywood Station. We're going to stop at the pointy end of this one and let passengers off. And we got our green signal here, so whatever the warning was for, I guess we don't need it anymore. Full brakes on there. Alrighty, so we will let passengers off. We're blocking the road for just a second. Nothing to worry about. Back inside here. Just have to wait. There we go. And we now can head on our way. And we are headed off now to, I think, Miami. Miami's our next destination. This will be a little ride there, and this will be a pretty short run for today, but a nice second part to this scenario. And I don't think I've ever, honestly, I don't think I've ever done the whole run to Miami on this route. I'm not sure if we did the whole route, actually. So I'll have to come back. I like this one a lot. We'll accelerate now. We got the green signal, so I'm going for 45 miles an hour, which is the speed limit here. I'll go all the way to it. 600 on the track there. Just creeping up past 30 now. And I haven't really tested out how quickly we could really accelerate. I feel like you wouldn't really put the pedal to the metal when you got people on board. But we could try it sometime. If we stop again, maybe we'll try to see how quickly we can accelerate without wheel slip. Be interesting. This engine supposedly has a ton of power for what it's doing. Makes it quite popular. Alright, so we are now up to speed, coasting right along. Through another crossing with no horn. Pretty interesting. There's quite a few of those on this route. Quite an industrial section, I'd say. See some green boards ahead, meaning possible. these? For the other direction. Not sure what they are, to be honest. Green signal. Almost couldn't see our light there in the because of the trees. I was worried we had red, but no, we're good. Green. Little swamp here on the right side. The football field, actually. It's pretty cool. Under the overpass there, making a large right-handed corner. We've got 10 miles to go till we get to Miami. 10 miles to Miami. Not bad. It's been a pretty quiet run so far. We did have a yellow signal initially, but nothing from it. All it did was make us go slow for a minute. Now to some more signals. Looks like we've got green. I do see a freight train coming. CSX. That's the cool thing about in America, or not cool thing, I guess, for many reasons, but in America, freight trains and passenger trains almost everywhere share the same tracks. And most of the tracks are owned by the freight company, so the passenger trains are kind of like a guest on them and have to adhere to the rules of the freight line that they're on. So, if we get off schedule, to do a lot of waiting for freight trains to make sure we don't disrupt their services. It's an interesting system. We got green light for us and yellow on the other track, but that doesn't matter for us. This is a pretty big section here, 4 tracks wide. Not sure exactly where we are, but obviously do a little switching and some meats and stuff here, for sure. Some refrigerator cars there. And some power on this. That's a short mix. It's 2 AC units there. Not bad. And they're letting us go, I guess, which is interesting. From here, I'm thinking we might try to do some Feather River stuff. That route's been out for a few weeks now, and there's finally a decent amount of scenarios in the workshop for it. So I'm gonna try out some of those. I did the ones that came with it when it came out, and they're interesting, yeah. But always interested to see what people do once the route's kind of out there. Coming up on a little station here. I'm gonna guess this isn't ours, and I hit the wrong button. No, 6 miles away now, not too far. Give the horn a little toot to make sure people know there's a train coming, but the station's mostly empty anyway. Yeah, Feather River is a beautiful route, twisted through the mountains. Single track for most of it, so I'm not sure how interesting to watch it'll be, but I really enjoy running on it. It's uphill, downhill, pretty low speed, but beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Might be some good quiet time scenarios. Be headed uphill ever so slightly right now. Headed in notch 1, and we're not really gaining speed, which is good. There's only 3 miles to go on this run. Straight stretch here. With a crossing in front of us, we'll see if we're going to be blowing our horn. Looks like we will be. Make sure nobody crosses out in front of us. Limit, which we were already at. I was actually wondering if we should have been going faster back there. We didn't see another sign to increase the speed, but maybe should have checked. The last sign we had seen, though, was for 45. Another CSX mixed. yellow signal coming up. We are 4 miles out from Miami. It's a yellow signal. To be prepared. So it looks like we're actually going to be switching tracks, perhaps. Got a green on the bottom. Reduce the speed quite a bit here. We won't be stopping at this station, but might look like we're going to from a passenger standpoint, as we're slowing down quite a bit. But yeah, we had the yellow on top, which means caution. Green on the bottom, which indicates to me we'll be switching or diverting track. So not quite sure what's going on, but we will slow down a bit for it. Make sure we're not caught out. This is what a lot of operating these are, and I think why a lot of people have issues running without the HUD. Is you just got to think ahead. You're thinking ahead and not going too fast, because it's way easier to, well, in most situations, it's way easier to accelerate than it is to slow down, so never want to get going too fast. And we're just creeping around the corner here. Keep it at about 25. Sounds good to me. Until we figure out what's going on. Ahead here, yellow middle signal, which means yes, we are switching tracks here up ahead. So we'll keep it at 25 miles an hour. It's a good speed to with passengers to switch. Freight trains, a lot of times you want to be about 20. There are some longer switch points too, which you could go through a bit faster, but I'm not sure if this is a gradual or a sharp one, so we'll play it safe. Yeah, I'll be switching over onto the left track. Get us set up for Miami. Low overpass there. It's very low. We have a 40 limit sign, so we'll accelerate once we get fully through that. And we're now 2 miles out from Miami, track 1. I was actually wondering if we're going to be jumping down some of these. So we're going all the way over. Very interesting. So it looks like ahead we're going to be going through some kind of yard. Probably the Miami yard, if I could guess. So I'm not sure what tracks we're going to be on. Yard speed is probably... A lot of times they're pretty slow, but we're still kind of on the main tracks of it, so I think we're good. Going what we're going. Yeah, it's a very big yard. It's pretty interesting. This is a very, very big yard. CSX yard. Lots of cars awaiting to be delivered to where they need to go. We have double yellows, but I think we are just about coming up 1 mile away. Coasting through here, and they get the shed, which inside is an Amtrak car set there. Interesting. Keeps it out of the weather, I guess. And I'm not going to blow the horn for that crossing there. There's clearly nobody. Here are some of those cars I was talking about earlier. Very high quality, super nice looking. Double deckers there. Baggage car. This is a coach baggage car, double deck car, baggage double deck. White light and a 15 limit. Slow her right down. And you get the sightseeing car as well, which is like the all glass car. To the station here. We got another Dash 8 and some 42s there, but it's brother of the one we're driving. Pretty cool. .36 miles to Miami Station. I was wondering if it was this right on the left here, but it doesn't look like that's a station, or maybe it was a station or something at some time. Maybe that is the station. Not sure. Looks like this track we're on ends at the end of it, so we have to be careful not to overshoot that, obviously. It'd be a shame at the very end of this run. But I believe that's probably what that signal back there was telling us, is that the track you're on's a dead end. But all of our passengers have made it mostly safely, I believe, to Miami. So it's been a fun little run. I like this engine. Definitely, it's a good one. Only thing I really don't like is the limits to how far you can move your head, which I'm sure will be able to change. I'm not sure why they would do that. Doesn't make any sense. Here we are, arriving in Miami, so thank you guys for joining me. Shorter run today, we'll be back with more later.